Cashew Daddy, you know, you are doing some things that I haven't seen
Thank you.
many of African Americans are doing.
Thank you.
You have a cashew business that uh, you not only selling the product, you actually also um,
Manufacturing.
manufacturing the product. You're processing the product.
Yeah.
How was it, brother, to come into Africa? Not you did probably knew little to no people.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself in the cashew business, coming from a musical background?
Oh man. So it's a really good question. I try to get straight to the point. You know, coming from New York, you're a hustler, and I think that you have to have a hustler's mentality in Africa, period. But really simple. I solved the problem for myself, and whenever you can solve a problem for yourself or others, they say that's how you can make some money. That's a business. So I love cashews. I couldn't find them in the area where I lived here in Ghana. And it just came to me as an entrepreneur. I'm like, there gotta be, cashew farms in Africa because this is the source, right? So that's what I did. I Googled it, found out that there was a cashew, farms here, and went there, met with the cooperative president. It's a long story, but long story, I met with the cooperative president and I was able to put the product together. This was the first product that I put together, you know what I mean? And from there, it was just like sky's the limit.
Would you share with people the quality of life that you have here in Ghana?
Oh man, the quality of life is awesome. In New York, we live in these little tiny little rooms sometimes. Um, I have a two-bedroom house that I live in. My rent is ridiculous. It's what most of y'all pay per month. For the year is what I pay. And I can tell you that
Give us a ballpark figure.
ballpark figure is like right around $1,000 for the year. You know what I mean? I'm in a gated complex.
$1,000 a year.
$1,000 for the year.
You're paying like $90 a month.
Yeah, something like that, between 90 to $100.
You out in the village somewhere?
No, I'm not in the village. I'm in Accra. I'm not far from here. I'm about 30 minutes from here. So
It's
I'm
a
in
gated community.
gated community with a basketball court, tennis court.
Hold up now, brother. Hold up now. $90 a month.
Yes.
You pay for rent.
$90 a month. I have this for what you call it. I had it for 2 years, and the reason it was a little bit higher, but the economy changed, so it caused it to even go lower. So it's around like between $90. I was paying about $100.
Yeah.
So I've had this place for 2 years now, and yeah, man, this is what Ghana affords me a beautiful life. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't have the stresses. My light bill is probably I think my light bill is probably $15 a month. My water is like maybe $10 a month. So these are things I don't even worry about in regards to living. I can live way more comfortably. I can develop. I can create. I'm able to be innovative with my product and other businesses that I'm into. So you have time to really focus in on your business and your craft. That's what Africa allows me to do.
In today's video, we take a look at this Black American man who used to live in Brooklyn, New York, in the United States of America, but has relocated to Africa and specifically Accra, Ghana. This gentleman returned to Africa during the year of return, that is in the year 2019. He is a musician and he works with a record label. So there was a project in Ghana at that time that he had to fly and then come here to attend and work on that project. Now, whilst working on the project, he found an opportunity here in Ghana. That was cashew manufacturing. He is a very great fan of cashew. He decided to go around and then find cashew to buy and then enjoy. But he was finding it difficult to get some in the market. So he thought to himself, why not turn this into a business? So he decided to meet up with the president of the Cashew Farmers Association. And to cut the long story short, he was able to get through all the necessary procedures and now has a cashew business here in Ghana. He shares a story with us, and this story is to motivate all of us, for us to get to know that it is very, very easy, or it is not so difficult for us to be able to return back to Ghana and be able to thrive. We can be able to build businesses here in Ghana and be able to scale it up, grow it, and then thrive here in Ghana. He shares how he lives here in Ghana, the living expenses, and everything about his life here in Ghana. So let's watch the next video and listen to exactly what he has to tell all of us. But before that, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, just locate the subscribe button down there. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell. And let's talk in the end.
Family, I'm out here in Ghana, Accra to be exact. And I happened to run across a brother, or the brother ran across me, and has a very profound story. A story that I think that many of us would love to hear, being that I get so many consultations of people asking about businesses or how to survive in Ghana. Well, this brother right here is one of many who have come to Africa for his start a business. What's up, brother?
Everything's good.
Everything's good. It's good. Please introduce yourself to the people. Tell us where you're from.
All right, man. My name is Monty. Everybody knows me as Cashew Daddy right now in Ghana. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You know, Brooklyn. I've lived in Miami also. But yeah, I came here to Ghana. You know, music is what brought me here. I'm a music administrator, and that's how I came to Ghana. That's how I, first started coming here.
Cool, cool. How long ago did you first start coming?
I came here in 2020, January 2020, like everybody else that, kind of seems like that's when they first came here. But I came here in the midst of the year return, and yeah, I was dealing with the music. That's what brought me to Ghana.
Okay, okay. So, music brought you here?
Yes. Somebody
told you about it, or family members, what?
Nah, not at all. So I work for a record label. They had signed an artist here in Ghana, Africa. And I had the opportunity to get involved in a project. So when it was opportunity to actually fly to Africa and fly to Ghana and work on the project, I was all over it, and that's when I got my opportunity to come here to Africa.
And you ain't regretted it ever since,
man?
Huh?
I ain't even looked back.
Yeah. So, what was it? Many people ask me the question that they come, what to expect in Ghana. I mean, you've been here for 3 years now?
And I've been coming back and forth for 3 years, yes.
For three years. Now, what was it that really, made you decide to stay longer? Because you've been here consistently for a year now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What was it?
I would tell you that the thing that really made me stay here, if you look behind us, you can see that we're in a mall. It was the stereotypes that were sold to us. I think we were lied to in regards to Africa. There's a lot going on here, and I realized it was a place that I could actually live. Never really thought there was a place that I could actually live outside of America. I mean, I've been to Jamaica, Mexico, all of these places, but coming to Africa, I realized there was a place outside of America that we could actually live and thrive.
You had made mention, me and you were talking, that one of the selling points was the issues you had in your lifetime in America. Brooklyn, New York, you had some issues that you thought there had to, you figured there had to be a better place than that. Most black men, I know we either deal with racism, we deal with either police situations, judicial systems, sometimes even a lack of opportunity to do a business, or it may cost too much, whatever. For you, what was it?
For me, of course, I think all of us as black men, we living in a system where, there's not very black men that haven't been arrested before. So I dealt with my share of that type of situation. I dealt with my share of, jobs, discrimination, things like that. But coming to Ghana, what I was able to do, especially with the business that I'm doing right now, I was able to, open a door for myself that I didn't have to wait for anybody to open the door for me. I just walked in that door. And I think that's what Africa and Ghana does for us. It gives us the ability to get into business and do some things that we would never have done in America. So, outside of, I'm a pharmacy technician in America, coming here, I'm not looking for a job. So, it's all about trying to figure it out. And Africa allows you to figure it out.
Cashews, you may mention. Cashew daddy. You know, cashew daddy, you know, you are doing some things that I haven't seen many of African Americans are doing. You have a cashew business that uh, you not only selling the product, you actually also um, manufacturing the product. You're processing the product.
Yeah.
How was it, brother, to come into Africa? You probably knew little to no people.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself in the cashew business, coming from a musical background?
Oh man. So it's a really good question. I try to get straight to the point. You know, coming from New York, you're a hustler, and I think that you have to have a hustler's mentality in Africa, period. But really simple. You know, I solved the problem for myself, and whenever you can solve a problem for yourself or others, they say that's how you can make some money. That's a business. So I love cashews. I couldn't find them in the area where I lived here in Ghana. And it just came to me as an entrepreneur. You know, I'm like, there gotta be, you know, cashew farms in Africa because this is the source, right? So that's what I did. I Googled it, found out that there was a cashew, you know, farms here, and went there, you know, met with the cooperative president. It's a long story, but long story, you know, I met with the cooperative president and I was able to put the product together. This was the first product that I put together, you know what I mean? And from there, it was just like, sky's the limit.
You know, America says sky's the limit. I say there's no limit in Africa.
Okay.
Africa's limitless. But, you know, many people are going to ask me this question because they ask me this, but I know watching this video, was there a struggle with it? Getting started, getting things, you know, in the beginning, you know, dealing with the government, maybe getting the proper paperwork, licensings. How was that for you?
Nah, it wasn't a struggle at all. So when you start in a business here in Ghana, you know, you can partner with somebody or you can kind of do it on your own if you have residency. I'm a resident of Ghana, I have residency here, but I just partnered with someone and to get this done. So there's no headaches, right? You know, you can start a business here tomorrow if you wanted to, right? There's systems in place to register a business. So that's what I did. The plastic, everything that I was able to manufacture, the labels, you understand, the labels, everything I manufactured right here in Ghana. So there wasn't a problem with, you know, getting the product done. You know, trying to get to stores, you know, getting the product in stores, that was a little bit more of a challenge because I don't speak the language, and most of the places, you know, it's Ghanaians you were dealing with. But like my grandmother told me, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and if you want to do something, there's always a way to make it happen. So, you know what I mean?
Well, you never lied, man, saying, you know, New Yorkers, man, are hustlers. I mean, you know, it's just amazing that how people I've known over the years who have that mindset to figure their way out of a situation or figure how to get money in their pocket, you know. But you talk about your product is in stores. How many stores are you have?
So approximately right now, we're approximately in about 30 stores.
Yeah.
You know, we have a distributor that distributes a bunch of stores here in Ghana. And then we have our own individual stores that we have worked and that we distribute to. So it's been good. You know, when we first started, you know, it wasn't 30 stores. It was like 2 stores, then 5, then, you know, 7. And it just grew, you know. So, you know, we have a superior product, we believe. You know, it's a unique taste. You know, it's dry roasted cashews, and we do it in a traditional way that's traditional to Ghana. And, you know, it's unique. You tried it, you know, maybe, you know, you could let them know. But
yeah, it's very good roasted cashews, most definitely.
Yeah,
I can tell that these are a little different than I see what I might purchase out on the street. So these are like roasted. I don't know if the ones on the street are roasted or not.
you know,
lightly roasted, maybe.
Maybe lightly roasted.
Yeah, lightly roasted. But yeah, these are good, solid cashews that I like. But let me ask you this right here too. I'm waiting, man, because you're in the cashew business. I hear the fruit of the cashew is really where it's at, but nobody's making juice out of it.
Yeah, no one's making juice, but I think that it's something I'm looking to, right? So there's a lot of byproducts to the cashews. I don't actually purchase the fruit. The fruit is a waste. So in the farms, what they do is they pluck the seed. You know, they pluck the seed and they throw the fruit right back on the ground because it helps to grow and fertilize the farming area.
Yeah.
But the fruit is used for wine. There's people that's using it for wine. I know that I think in China it's like a really expensive cashew wine, and they do some cashew wine here also. So there is, you know, but I can tell you that cashews themselves is just like chocolate in Ghana. You know, the industry, the people that grow the stuff, they don't even use it. They really don't, you know, produce products from it.
Yeah. Your life in Ghana. What would you share with people the quality of life that you have here in Ghana?
Oh man, the quality of life is awesome. You know, in New York, we live in these little tiny little rooms sometimes. You know, I have a 2-bedroom house that I live in. My rent is ridiculous. It's what most of y'all pay per month. For the year is what I pay. And I can tell you that
Give us a ballpark figure.
ballpark figure is like right around $1,000 for the year. You know what I mean? I'm in a gated complex.
$1,000 a year.
$1,000 for the year.
You're paying like $90 a month.
Yeah, something like that, between $90 to $100.
You out in the village somewhere?
No, I'm not in the village. I'm in Accra. I'm not far from here. I'm about 30 minutes from here. So
It's a gated community.
Gated community with a basketball court, tennis court.
Hold up now, brother. Hold up now. $90 a month.
Yes.
You pay for rent.
$90 a month. I have this for what you call it. I had it for 2 years, and the reason it was a little bit higher, but the economy changed, so it caused it to even go lower. So it's around like between $90. I was paying about $100.
Yeah.
So I've had this place for 2 years now, and yeah, man, this is what Ghana affords me a beautiful life. I'll be honest with you. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have the stresses. You know, my light bill is probably like, I think my light bill is probably $15 a month. My water is like maybe $10 a month. So these are things I don't even worry about in regards to living. I can live way more comfortably. I can develop. I can create. You know, I'm able to be innovative with my product and other businesses that I'm into. So you have time to really focus in on your business and your craft. That's what Africa allows me to do.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, I can attest to the less stress that you have to deal with. Even though I'm a very funny, picky type of brother, that you know, it takes a Houston to get used to some of the ways they do business here.
Yeah.
But I'll take that over any day than the red tape, the bureaucracy you have to go through in America.
Big facts, big facts.
You know, so I know people are going to want to know the business. Is it able to sustain you, take care of you? You only had it for what, a year and a half now?
Yes, yeah. So I've actually started this. It's about a year now. So I haven't even been doing this a full year. So this month actually makes a year from the time that I picked up my first set of cashews, and we've grown a lot, right? So yeah, you know, the cashews right now. You know, we're on social media. We're on our .com, thecashewdaddybrand.com. You can always look us up if you want to support the movement. And I ask that people, you know, hit us up and support the movement. You know, I'm a young man from Brooklyn out here in Ghana, making it happen. And you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel I have a superior product. So, you know, support, check it out, and let me know what you think.
You looking for investors?
Yeah, I'm looking for the investors. You know, I'm looking for investors that are willing to, you know, get a return on investment. You know, talking equity, we'll have to talk about it. But yeah, I'm looking for investors because right now the long-term goal is to have our own processing plant.
Okay. Because you're processing at a smaller scale.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I buy my cashews from the farm, I take it over to my processor, and he processes it out of the shelf for me. So what I want to do is I want to be able to buy them from the farm and process them myself. And that's going to take some machinery, you know, a little bit of resources, but that's the long-term goal.
All right. You have any other social medias? Instagrams,
Yeah,
Facebook's
you know, you can
accounts?
hit us up on Instagram. It's Cashew Daddy GH. That's Cashew Daddy GH, and we're also on you know, our website is the Cashew Daddy Brand. Again, that's www.thecashewdaddybrand. And yeah, man, you know, we
What's
have
your
merch.
email?
The email is cashewndaddygh at gmail.com. If you want to hit us up, our number is on the product, so you can get directly in contact with us. I'm not that big that you can't speak to me.
Okay, give them the number because they don't have your product. So
No problem. I'll give you the local number here.
I'll put it in the description too.
All right, cool. The local number is 233. Again, that's plus 233-54-300-3303. You can hit us up on WhatsApp. Again, the email, or just go to our website, thecashyourdaddybrand.com.
Well, family, I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing more that makes me full of joy than seeing one of our own who can break away from damn Erica, put the D in front of America, capitalize the E, damn Erica, and go into a place, a country, a continent, to be able to reinvent themselves, start a business, and be able to flourish. So I appreciate you, brother, man, for all you do. Much success to you.
Thank you for doing what you do. I know a lot of people out there, they're following you, but I gotta tell you, what you're doing inspires us, it motivates us. I can say that for me, watching your videos before I even started this, just things that you say in regards to, try to figure it out, different ideas. And I put a lot of those things into, into action. So thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, brother.
I have always said on this platform that whenever you visit Africa, be open-minded because there are lots of opportunities here in Africa. So whenever you visit Africa, be open-minded, look around. Every single problem you see around could be turned to a business opportunity. I believe this man's or this Black American's story will be an inspiration to you for you to get to know that you can live and thrive here in Ghana. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.